Peace, YouTube. This is Fleur Bruin coming to you today for our beautiful upliftment and our reactivation of our divine shield. So check on in. I know I'm running a little bit after time, but I figured I'd make the 13-13-13 mark, which is 113. So check on in. I hope you have your mantras already prepared. I just jumped out of the shower. I'm running a tad bit late. This is the 6th day of my fast. So I'm a little bit on that zenned out mode. So check on in, check on in. Peace, peace, family. Peace to the east, the west, the north, and the south. I hope you're rocking your purple and white. You know, I always have my little lays and I have lots of purple on, and you know, I have a little bandana to rock that little saucy feel. Check on in. Again, I wanted to make it. We have about 2 minutes. I want to reactivate our shields and we'll kind of touch base a little bit. So come on in, check on in. Peace, Blissful 1313. This is a beautiful reactivation of our shield. It's your daddy's birthday, Al Summers. Peace and blissful anniversaire to your father. May he have a beautiful day, wonderful reflections, and enjoy this beautiful day of, you know, his solar return. Big up to El Summers' daddy. Today he's bringing in a 13 with us. Come on in, family. So I think we're at the 13 mark. I say if you have it, I put everything, I put the actual mantra, because remember we've added so much to our mantra over the last year. So make sure you have the new mantra. We're about to read it in about 2 seconds. Let me take a sip of my water. You know, I'm on my 6th day of my nano fast. And this is the water I drink in the morning. This is cinnamon infused water. Hold on. This is what I've been drinking for the last 6 days. It's so yummy. All right, family, let's go. Get your mantras out. Let's reactivate our shield and then we'll touch base afterwards. Come on, family, check on in. Let's start off. Does everyone have their shields out? Okay, here we go. We call upon our divine elemental ancestors of fire, earth, air, water, divine mother of light, divine father of time, cloak and shield us, Mother Tiamat, our divine feminine, masculine, the innocent, the just, the abused and neglected, twin flames, those unjustly imprisoned or tethered, animal, aquatic, insect, and plant families in the shadows of smoke, that we may pass safely amongst all friend and foe. It was, it is, it shall be. We call upon our divine elemental ancestors of fire, earth, air, water, divine mother of light, divine father of time. Cloak and shield us, Mother Tiamat, our divine feminine, masculine, the innocent, the just, the abused, neglected, twin flames, those unjustly imprisoned or tethered, animal, aquatic, insect, and plant families in the shadows of smoke, that we may pass safely amongst all friend and foe. It was, it is, it shall be. We call upon our divine elemental ancestors of fire, earth, air, water, divine mother of light, divine father of protection, cloak and shield us, Mother Tiamat, our divine feminine, masculine, the innocent, the just, the abused and neglected, twin flames, those unjustly imprisoned or tethered, animal, aquatic, insect, and plant families in the shadows of smoke, that we may pass safely amongst friends and foe. It was, it is, it shall be. Woo! We reactivated our 1313 shield. I am so grateful that you decided to come. And I did put the actual mantra inside. You can do this all day, especially during the 13th hour. Please reactivate the shield. We reactivated it. This has protected many of the innocent, those who have been unjustly imprisoned, those who are struggling with abuse. This is something that we have personally done ourselves. I big up to all who have joined me for over a year now. I remember a collective of some sea stars and sun stars, and we made a decision that we would be the change we wanted to see in the world. And we decided to create a mantra, something that would be masterful, that all of us globally could do once a month, the 13th day of the 13th hour, and we decided to add the 13th minute because I was a little late, and reactivate our shield, and it's been working ever since. So I hope everyone gets a chance. If you didn't make it, there isn't any late because time isn't non-existent. I did make a mistake because this mantra that I had written down, it isn't Father of Time, it's actually Father of Protection. I changed it. Sometimes I have the old printout. So make sure, I think I actually put that one actually in the actual description box. But come on in. So it happened to be a purple bandana. Listen, I am rocking my 1313 shield colors today. It is a beautiful, wonderful day. So much has happened. There is so much I have to share with you. I'm going to have to do it on like an Aquarius rising night. There are so many revelations I made during this fast. This is the 6th day of my nano water fast. And like I said, if you see what I have in the morning, it's not morning, in the rising. This is my cinnamon infused water. I infuse my own water in the morning. So actually, or in the rising of dawn. That word morning is just so diabolical and so intrinsically automated. And I drank this when I wake. So I got up I rested in bed a little later today, which I'm excited, but it's okay. It's all good in the hood. That tastes so good. Like I said to Instagram last night, I was like, I'm a water pusher. If you want to know what kind of water to drink, to ask Fleur Room, because I have every type of water possible. What I do with the morning, I don't want to keep saying morning. What I do when I'm rising is I always have my cinnamon infused water. It actually helps to regulate your blood sugar, because during a fast, you want to make sure that you're, touching all ends. Your body's actually going through, my body's actually going through a process of reacclimating to instead of taking food for fuel, it's utilizing what I have as fat storage for fuel. So in doing that, I have to make sure that the waterways, yes, I use cinnamon sticks, natural cinnamon sticks. I don't get them from China. Somebody said I got my cinnamon sticks from China. No, I get them from a vendor, a natural holistic place right around the corner from me. They have wonderful fresh cinnamon sticks from here, from an organic place that has cinnamon. And it's really good. And I just put the cinnamon sticks, I leave it in my water, I infuse my water, and my water's already got it's triple filtered, it's magnetized, so it's wonderful, and it makes me feel really good in the morning. So when I have that in the morning, it's wonderful. And anyone who's suffering from like diabetes or anything like that, this is actually a great elixir for you to have in the morning. So if you're struggling with your blood sugar being a little off, I'm fasting, so it would make sense that I would try to level that off. But yeah, so I just make sure I do that. I'm not adding any apple cider vinegar because especially anything fermented, because for some, it works really well for some of our lunar family, but for those who are melanin or melanite, who have copper skin or more melanin in their skin, anything that's fermented can be acidic and also toxic for us. So I do utilize that when I do my clay. So you'll see me do my clay tomorrow on my 7th day or Monday. On my 7th day or 8th day of my fast, I'll be claying. So you'll get an idea of how I clay. But I don't add anything fermented, kubacha, even though I love the taste of those things. But for anyone who has a heightened amount of melanin, and when I say heightened, I have a heightened amount of melanin, meaning that I have copper skin or brown skin or very deep tan skin. Anything that is fermented, like a kubacha, apple cider, fermented ciders, vinegars, those work like poisons to us. So we have to be very careful taking those in. I mean, you can utilize it as you feel or deem possible, but I know that alchemically it isn't good for us. So for everybody else, it's okay. Just giving that FYI to those, and that's just something I studied for a long period of time, and it is true. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't. But I do use the apple cider vinegar a lot of times to do my claying, because I'm pulling. So I do use that occasionally from there. You're craving, you hate vinegar? Some people hate it. I actually like the taste of vinegar. I like the taste of kombucha. I love kombucha, especially that triple, what is it, the triple one? The triple energy one. Oh, I love kombucha. I love the taste of it. But it isn't good for people of, anything fermented. Like I like sauerkraut, when I do the mock, you know, back in the days when I had hot dogs as a child, I liked sauerkraut. So, you know, you know, I only make sure that I add things as needed now. Lemon water to for a fast. Yeah, what I do, yeah, so I love, yeah, kombucha. I really, like during my last, I think, remember during my last 21-day fast, I think many of you remember. If you've seen my YouTube, if you've been on my YouTube for a while, you remember I did my 21-day fast. I had kombucha a lot of those days, and actually I had more issues gastrically because of it. I didn't realize it because it was so yummy. And when you're doing a fast, it tastes so good. Fermented means it's sitting for a while, it's distilling, it's kind of distilling, and it's allowing for fermentation. Fermentation is a type of bacterial growth. It like allows for some of our chemists or our chemists would know this more so to give you the actual process, but it's when it builds certain bacteria, it allows to grow its own bacteria or during a time when it's fermenting. Beer is fermented. That's why, you know, people of color who drink a lot of malt liquor, y'all who like to drink malt liquor, that's very toxic for, you know, especially, like I said, for melanites, people who have any sort of melanin on the surface of the skin. They have to be very mindful. You know, we're all beautiful and we're all unique, and there's a reason for that. And, you know, what's good for one is not good for everyone. So you take, you know, take as needed. So anyway, listen, this is a beautiful day. Big up to anyone joining me on my nano fast. Listen, I am metal free officially. There has been 0 metals on my body. I've been purging. Some sparkles have been coming out of my hair. So I wanted to make sure that I really, if I talk about it, I want to be about it. So one thing I say is that if I'm saying I'm going to fast and I'm saying that I prove that this vegan agenda was purposefully created to make us more alkaline, to allow for nanotechnology to come in. Now, what I will say, I'm not going to bring this up now because there was a lot going on with the agenda-based memorial, which I thought the memorial was beautiful, but I want to get into this now because it's a beautiful day. I don't want to bring any diabolicalness in it. We'll kind of get into this in the next couple days. I'll talk about the agenda again and just say that, listen, it's beautiful to cleanse and clear yourself. And I think the planet is doing so many masterful things right now. And I'm grateful for even embarking on this fast. You know, I think the first day of the fast was probably the toughest, which was interesting because usually I don't get it until the 3rd day. But I am metal free. I am green free. I haven't consumed any greenery during this entire fast. I am water fast solely. And I have, and only thing I've acclimated to is some electrolytes from watermelon water if needed. So, I have a lot of clarity. I've been traveling in and out of different timelines. So we'll get into that like Instagram or a little later. But I wanted to say it's a beautiful day, Blissful 1313, anyone checking in. This is the day you aren't ever late. You can do your shield, reacclimate your shield. Hey, Michael. You can reactivate your shield at any time. You can read your mantra, read it 3 times solidifies it. This is for the protection of the planet and your family and yourselves. So this is something that I think is positive. It's always done well. And we make a point to always come back on the 13th. We took our 13 back, which is a divine feminine number. As you see, I'm still rocking Vanjie's from our conference. Vanjie's beautiful logo that she made for the conference of last year. It looks like I'm going to have the conference again for those joining in New Orleans. New Orleans will be the next conference, and it looks like we'll be having it specifically. I asked for Cypher to vote on which part of New Orleans, and they did. So that'll be a surprise. So that should most likely be in October. So in October, we'll be having the 2019 Fleur conference. It should be beautiful. This will be more of a collective thing. It will be absolutely more accessible, hopefully, for everybody to come. I'm excited about it. It's a very, hey, Sensei. I think it's exciting. Hey, Jennifer, a Cypher Cruise in the house. It's exciting, and I'm really looking forward to meeting many of you. I think I hadn't fell in love like that again, you know, since I gave birth to my children. I think every person that I met at the conference, and that's why it was so amazing, because, you know, the universe is so masterful. This was well intended. so positive, and I felt like we met each other like on our mothership. Like it's almost like we knew each other on our mothership, and then we met each other collectively again on Earth in body and form. And I thought it was so amazing. So if you get a chance, add it to. I'll give you the dates soon enough. I just want to make sure I get the vendor, and make sure that you can. I'll make it. I know mommies come, and I'm a mommy, so I always take in consideration. So it'll probably be on a weekend, so you don't have to worry about taking off work or having to do anything like that. Hopefully, some of you will come for a day or two. It'll be over the weekend. So I'll make that plan more tangibly as the months go on. But this is our 13 blissful reactivation of our shield. This is the day that you put down all your swords, you put down any resentment towards another sea star or sun star. This is a day of peace and reflection. This is a day that we put our best foot forward. This is a day we extend ourselves to the elders and the youth. This is a day that we take care of the animal and the earth. This is a day that we be the change that we want to see in the world. We can't just talk about it. We have to be about it. And a lot of times I think, I've even within my own self, as reflections, because remember, when you're fasting, there's so many revelations when you fast. And this is the 6th day of my nano fast and water fast. I mean, just the resolvement that you have within yourself and understanding and overstanding what is required of you as a soul to uphold yourself in a way that only reflects that light that you would be okay reflecting back at you. It's very deep because sometimes we are unaware of even our own trauma-based programming. And fasting, I will say, if you have anything unresolved, honey bunnies, when you fast, everything that's unresolved will come up to be resolved. It is one of the most beautiful things. And water fast, I find, what I will say about this is different than a green fast that I did on my 21-day fast. Is the water fast allows for this to happen quicker. It's almost like a quickening. So it's amazing. I'm grateful for myself to be able to undergo this beautiful journey with each and one of you. I'm grateful that many of you rock with me. I know it's been a long time awakening. I know that sometimes I seem a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but I'm quite sane. I'm grateful for each one of you rising to your highest and greatest potential. I see it in each one of you when you contact me. I see growth in bounds. Just basically I see it so evidently when I speak to you, when I view you on social media. I'm amazed. It's just, I of course remind you, I'm very blissful right now. So just take that some of this energy is coming from me fasting. So normally the zened out notion that I'm bringing it to you is part of the fast. So, and part of me staying away from most of the nanotechnology. We've got so much to discuss. So much has happened. So, today, make sure you bring goodies to your family members, your elders, bring something that they enjoy and like, if you can, to your elders. Call your mother and your father, even if you feel a certain way. This is a day that we extend ourselves past our normal, regimen. You know what I mean? Our little ones, our youth require us. And it doesn't mean that children that aren't yours. Even if you're not a parent, there are many children out here who would require a beautiful role model. So even if our sun stars, we have so many wonderful sun stars on this platform. I will say this, I think I've met the most beautiful men. Each one of you sun stars, you are some of the most amazing men I've ever met in my life, other than my father. I can say that, literally. Just the acknowledgement and the respect to the divine feminine, and just the upholding, our making us feel secure, and you showing up in such a beautiful way. I love each one of you sun stars. I talk to you, I see you, I require you, and I respect you. And each one of us on here, we all collectively are feeling your energy. We require our divine males. And I just want to say that to you, because sometimes you guys get the lower end of the stick because of the patriarchy, the stoic patriarchy has done so much harm. It isn't every man who does that. And I will tell you that because firsthand, before I even had this platform, I had a father. And my father was the most beautiful man on this entire planet. He is why Florburn today has so much compassion. He is why Florburn loved animals. He is why Florburn was able to love unyielding. So, you know, I first experienced it so I can recognize it. And I'm grateful that the universe gave me a daddy, even though my daddy's transition, that could show me the first, give me what is it, like a blueprint of what a divine male looks like. So for all the big up to all the daddies and the uncles and the big brothers and the sun stars who are doing absolutely phenomenal in their own lives, showing up in the world, extending themselves, evolving themselves. I see you. So, you know, I want to just say that to all of you, because I think a lot of times, again, you aren't given as much credit because there's such a disheartening feeling towards your opposite shadow counterparts. So big up to y'all. So anyway, so I hope y'all are going to do, you know, I'm going to be out in a little while with my little people. I'm going to go see my mom and make sure she's good. And I hope that everyone enjoys this day. Again, this is a day of rest. It's a beautiful day. Enjoy it. Rock your purple and white. If anyone's fasting, this is our 6th day if you join me on the fast. This is our 6th day. So we have 24 more days? I'm trying to extend my fast, my water fast, for 24 more days. So, you know, salut for all who are joining. Hold on. You know when cinnamon water tastes so good. That's why I said water is like God right now. I'm enjoying water. I never loved water so much until I did a water fast. I'm like, ooh, this water tastes good. Give me some more. So anyone, again, big up to all who are joining the water nano fast. It's a nano fast. Some of you are just doing the metal fast, which I commend you. All those moms, big ups to the moms with the special needs children who are also engaging in the metal-free fast. Many of the moms are trying to chelate their sons and daughters who are autistic or suffering from some of the consequences of some of the vaccinations or the chemicalizations via the chemtrails. I really commend you. I support you 1000%. Chelation of the babies is so necessary in order to heal them. And I really, it's really quite challenging to make everything basically metal free for those who are still engaging like metal pots, because really when you start that path and that journey of understanding that metals are all metals, that means that copper pots, stainless steel pots, iron pots are all basically all metals, okay? And your forks and spoons. When I was pregnant, I just got the revelation of that. So because I had an aversion to all metals, your aluminum foil that you cook with, all of those are metals. So once you start to realize that they've been over metallized, they're over putting so much metals, it's not natural for us to consume things with that much metal. And if you think that's any different, try to cook in a glass pot as opposed to a metal pot and taste the difference of the water. You'll taste the difference, okay? So big up to the moms doing the metal fast for their children and themselves. I really commend you for doing so. So it's part of the purge, Glass and ceramic is amazing, right, Michael? Yeah. Yeah, and that's why it's so costly. Try to get yourself. I had to order my glass pots. I've got some really nice glass pots. Oh, I love them. And ceramics, some stone pots. So, just be mindful. Start making reacclimations. Listen, the world is going to do what it does, but we can make our choices in what we do and what we engage with. It isn't that we can change outside, but we can change everything that we do and how we behave or react to everything outside of ourselves. So, that in itself, I use 0 metals. There isn't any metal in anything. I don't cook with metals. I know my cousins want all my steel pots. Remember, I throw out all, and I don't use plastics. I haven't used a microwave in over 10 years or 12 years. Might be 13 years at this point. I haven't used a microwave for over 12 or 13 years. I use only glass pots to cook. Especially now, I use bamboo utensils. There's some metal spoons and knives still in my my thing. I use those, but I like the bamboo I have bamboo bowls too, which is really good. Yeah, I love my bamboo bowls. I love these. I have these magnificent, they were inexpensive too, these bamboo bowls and the bamboo utensils. So remember, many of you know I was going through aversion when I was pregnant. So this is just an extension of that. So I'm not wearing any metal earrings or any earrings right now or anything right now. I'm in a nano detox. So it requires for me to have 0 metals. You know, after the fast, I may wear an earring every once in a while. But as far as cooking, I made the decision to only cook with stone and glassware now. And I stay away from aluminum. The only time you see me use aluminum is like when I'm doing tooling or stuff outside. When I'm doing stuff outside. Sometimes I'll put it outside. But oh, thank you, Michael. I feel amazing. You know, when people ask how you feel on a fast, this is a water fast. It's way different than my green fast. I actually feel better on my water fast than I did on my green fast. I will say that. The green fast made me feel nauseous most of the time. Like I would feel nauseous after drinking my green juices. I would get this feeling of like, and I would feel like I was detoxing more because remember, greens are meant for herbs. They're meant to heal you, but they're not meant to consume every single day. I disagree. That's my opinion. The fruit is food. The fruit is food. Like I'm more a fan of like when people ask me what I am right now, I said I'm a wateritarian. Someone asked me what I was yesterday. I said I'm a wateritarian. They said what? I said I'm a wateritarian. What does that mean? I only consume water. That's my new genre. I'm a wateritarian. It's true right now, right? I'm just a fan of being more of a fruitarian, and actually I'm a fan for those who are doing. If you're gonna eat meat, be conscious about the meat you eat. I will never get upset at anyone again for consuming meat because of what I've seen happen to a lot of my friends who are in the vegan community who got very sick, lost their hair, their teeth. Breatharian is next, right, Sensei? It's possible. That's part of the dry fast. See, that's another thing. Being a breatharian, people train themselves with, first you start with the water fast. I'm kind of progressing. And then you start with the dry fast. The dry fast allows for you to bring in that breatharian. And it's also why I have plants in my room during this process, because I knew when I was going to fast, I required a different oxygen level in my room. And my beautiful plants, my peaceful lily, she's beautiful. She's peaceful lily. She gives me a certain amount of oxygenation in my room. So I just brought more plants into my bedroom, my boudoir, and it allows me to sleep very peaceful in my bedroom during this fast. You only eat a little chicken? Yeah, I won't demonize anyone for eating meat. And also for those who are, I also recommend it for my sister-in-law. Big up to my sister-in-law, Tiff. Tiff is having, she's enjoying the fast, but also she added bone broth to her fast. And she feels amazing. So she added, instead of watermelon water, she added bone broth, which is also, if you know, there's a whole thing on bone broth and how that's healing to some people as well. So she added that to her regimen of her fast and she feels phenomenal. So bone broth also has a lot of mineralization for those who are engaging in fasting who are meat eaters. So I think it's kind of interesting how, you know, everybody has their own level of what they want to eat. But again, oh wait, bone broth has a lot of histamine, so I can't. Oh, it does? Okay. Even bone broth that you create yourself, I don't know what it has. You were craving fish because your fish was fish. Listen, everybody requires something different. And remember, we're mixed with a lot of different species on this planet. Not all, listen, most people who are mixed with a lot of reptilian have to consume a certain amount of flesh. You know, some of you reptiles consume flesh because it's required of you. So, you know, I won't ever demonize anyway. I had a moment in time where I just made people, I don't think I really I wasn't vehement about being cruel about people who ate meat, but I was a little disturbing in sometimes how that would translate, how I would, you know, like I thought my lifestyle was better and it wasn't, because my lifestyle is for me and, you know, I'm unique and everybody else is unique. I have to respect everyone and how they and how they translate on this, and how they translate and how what they require. So, you know, but fruitarianism, you know, I am a fan of that. I am more of a fan of that. Veganism is a setup. And I told you guys, it is a purposefully being propaganda. And once you had Microsoft, and I think I already blew the spot, Microsoft and Amazon investing in vegan meat, you knew it's been incepted. You knew that it's something going on. in the midst. So I just say that the nanotechnology that they've been, that's why I did the well, yeah, Nature Not. Look at Nature Not. Nature Not is a full-blown vegan, right? And I just, you don't even have to say anything. You just look at him visually. What's going on with him? Okay, if veganism was the end all be all, now some people will do okay, but I find the people who do the best are usually young people who haven't had enough depletion of the mineral and vitamin content because they're so young and they've been eating probably meat their whole lives, and generally they won't have the depreciation until they get older. Now you take a vegan who takes that past 20 and then into the late 30s, then you will find that you'll start to get brittle teeth. Your hair will start to fall out or not grow. There'll be some, softening of your bones, because remember, your teeth are harder. Your teeth on the outside, your teeth are harder than your bones on the inside. So, if you get depreciation of your teeth on the outside, which are harder than your bones, you could just imagine what happens to your bones. So that's why I say you got to be careful with the vegan lifestyle. And I've been a part of that for over 30 years. If Flurburn is seasoned, I've been a part of it since I was 15. Okay, vegan, vegetarian, then holistic, raw. On and off for over 30 years. Over 30 years plus. My mom had to remind me. So I've seen it all, and I've seen people who are vehement vegans. Veganism isn't as natural as vegetarianism. Vegetarianism allows for certain things that you require coming from bees, like honey, or some people require eggs, which I'm not a fan of eggs. Depends on, brown eggs obviously are better than white eggs, and some use some of the different dairies, okay, as staples. They add some animal products in there that doesn't require for the killing of the animal, but kind of parasiting off of the usage of whatever the animal has. So it just depends, but everybody's different. So there isn't a need to demonize. What's good for one person may not be good for everyone. So what up with people putting Clorox bleach in their water? Somebody's consuming Clorox bleach? Really? Is someone really doing that? Wow. I don't know what that's about. I will refrain from commenting on that, and I will refrain from doing that. Clorox bleach in itself, I don't even wash with Clorox, let alone put it in my body. I don't know what's going on. Is that some sort of bleaching your insides? I don't know. What would be the point of that? Baking soda rises the alkalinity in water. Okay, so that's it. And we also, with the nano fast, we decided to do, I have the anti-blue field on my phone, the anti-blue shield on my phone. So it keeps the blue light that helps to replicate nanotech in my body. So I have the anti-blue shield on my phone. I have 0 metals on me myself. I use 0 veggie. There's nothing veggie on me. I'm not using any veggie hair stuff. I'm not using any veggie skin creams. I've stayed away totally from any veggies. So just to keep in alignment with this. Sorry, family, I'm going to beautifully end this feed to say thank you again, infinite gratitude, infinite bliss for this beautiful 1313 reactivation of our shield. Like I said, extend yourself today. This is a beautiful day. Enjoy yourself. If you had plans to do like errands and work, do work, relax today. This is a day to really show love to yourself and your loved ones. Those who require a little extra, be patient. Just, show up in the world beautifully today. It's a beautiful day. So I wash my hair. Look at this. I wash my hair. I bought a raw goat from a place that I know, a raw goat hair. It's like the base of goat milk. So they don't utilize the goats for anything else but what they need with their family. So they're not taking goat's milk away from the babies, and they gave me the base from the goat's milk, and that's what I've been washing my hair with. So you see, I just washed my hair. It looks okay, and I use that, and it does well. It does the job. So I've been using that. I never use a lot of stuff on my hair anyway. So it's hard to say with me, because I only use like naturally. Even before, I only use like things I made. with base veggie stuff. So this time I'm not doing any veggie. So I did use an animal raw. I use honey. So I'm spraying water and honey on my skin, and also a goat ghee, a raw goat ghee on my skin during this fast. So remember, that was the antidote with this one. I'm staying away from all veggies off of my skin to disallow for any nanotech to be able to get into my body. That's part of the nano purge. So I used the goat ghee, the raw goat ghee on my skin, and I'm using the raw goat milk, raw goat base on my hair. And it has some mango in it too. So that's what I use. And I put water, infused water with some, what is it called? The last of my local raw honey on my skin. So I spray my face with that. So that's all I do. Okay. And it's working well. You know, I feel good. My skin feels pretty good, hydrated, you know, because remember, your skin is the largest organ. So there's no nano in fruit. Nano's harder in fruits. Fruits is harder. Why? Is because remember, the root of the tree filtrates any nano. So what it is that whenever there's something that leaches into the soil, it rarely goes into the fruit. The only time something goes under fruit is if the fruit is soft, like peaches, things that you eat, the actual, the outside, the skin, that's when you have to be concerned about nano. But things like mango, you're not eating the skin. Things like lemons or limes, you're not eating the skin. So you can, that's the wonderful thing about picking a fruit, because the fruit that is being filtrated by the roots of the tree. So as something's leached into the soil, it goes through the filtration. That liquid has to go through a filtration process as it's going into the tree, and then creates fruit. So that's usually, you have a better aspect of engaging with fruit than you would with vegetables. Vegetables are straight to the soil. Anything leached in the soil goes right into the endocrine system of the fruit. So berries have nano. Yes. Anything that's soft. And remember, I'm in Orlando. I'm in Florida. So it's we have more of the hard, because there's a lot of animals that eat, would eat up all the fruit if they were soft. So we have harder things like mangoes, papaya, watermelon, watermelon I'd be a little careful with too, but watermelon, because it's closer. Remember, watermelon vines and it's closer to the ground, so you got to be careful with watermelon as well. But anything that's veggie, what it is with the veggies is that it spikes the alkalinity, and it allows for nanotechnology. So fruit gives you alkalinity as well. So part of me refraining from most things that are anything vegetable or even most fruits is because I'm keeping my alkalinity at a healthy base at 7 to 7.5 is a healthy alkalinity. So if I keep my alkalinity, instead of spiking it and allowing for nanotechnology to replicate, and I've talked about this before, I don't want to bore you with this conversation, but that's just my take, and that's just what I've surmised. Mind you, everyone has their own take. Remember, Florbone's about this life, and I grow a lot of things, so I've just seen a correlation between some of the nanotechnology and what it requires in order to replicate from the chemtrails. So I've just decided to devise my whole fast. My fast was created to be able to nano purge, and it's working. So again, I can't talk about it unless I be about it. So the fast to me was proving to myself as a Sagittarius, proving to myself that it was true. So I had to do this in order to, because I can't say that it's true unless I'm doing it, I'm purging it. And I will say my mind, everything about myself feels better. And all those hives I used to get, now I will say this, I will bring this up. All the hives that I used to get, like I get hives every once in a while, like just walking around, just get a hive. Those are gone since I've been water fasting. And it could be activated by foods, obviously, because I was having issues with some of the foods. Weight loss. Yeah, definitely, you already know, pretty patients, yeah, the weight loss comes with it. I shed about 11 pounds, yeah. You water fast, you're gonna shed weight. So that's why it's also healthy for you to have a good amount of steerage. I'm a thickum, so I had some steerage on me already. So I shed about 11 pounds already. Or it might be 12 at this point. It might be 12 pounds at this point. I shed it, but that comes with any fast. You're gonna shed quite a bit of weight. I make sure I have a healthy amount of steerage before I do a fast, because if you're too thin, you wanna make sure it might not be, the fluff is gone. No, hopefully I'll have some fluff left. you know, it's a 30-day fast, so you have to take in consideration I'll be shedding a lot. So it's okay, I'm shedding some old habits, some things that aren't healthy for myself. It's, you know, it is what it is. You know, I hope you're okay with the smaller version of Fleuron. The downsizing of Fleuron, the fluff. My little one said, Mommy, they said it yesterday, it was like, you're getting less fluffy. Oh my gosh. They like me fluffy because they just want to snuggle on me all, you know, chunkified. So anyway, that's part of it. And also what I found out too, no, I do calisthenics during a fast. I don't do my normal, what I can do, you know, I'm a dancer. So what I normally used to do is just do lots of cardio. You can't do as much cardio because you'll have issues. What I do is calisthenics. You deal with your own weight. So I just do, you know, like push-ups, you know, like push-ups with my own weight, squats with my own weight. Basically doing like forms of, what is it called? There's a name for it. Baby on a brain. What's the name of it? Oh gosh, okay, I forgot what it's called. But anyway, there's a wonderful suite over here, which I think I might join. They do this wonderful stretching and everything during this. So I'll just do calisthenics during this. Calisthenics is fine, it feels good. Keeps the strength in your muscle tone nice. So I've done this fast, I've done fast before, so I realized, you know, I want to keep my toning, my skin nice and tight, because especially be shedding a lot until the 30 days are done. So I'll do calisthenics. Also, what I found out is interesting on this fast is that I put my hand down to I didn't realize there was a red, we have red ants here, fire ants. They're called fire ants. Big up to those who know what fire ants are. I put my hand down at fire ants yesterday when I was out with the little ones, and they wouldn't bite me. Listen to this, it's very interesting. This is the first time, and I think it's because I've been fasting. I put my hand down, and it was fire ants. Sometimes you don't know when the fire ants have their things, and if you're in nature all the time, you're always in the grass. The fire ants wouldn't bite me. So once a couple didn't bite me, I thought it was odd because my little one said, oh my God, they're all over you. I took them off me, and then I said, that's strange, they didn't bite me. So I put my hand down again, and all of a sudden, the fire ants wouldn't bite me. So I found that interesting. That's a new find out. It's something about that. So why wouldn't they bite me? Normally they attack. They treated me like I was a tree or something. I don't know what that is. So I think that's something to be noted. You know, I've been bitten by fire ants, and they bite. And you know, when it happened, it wasn't just by chance. They were on me at first, and my daughter noticed. And why I didn't notice is because they weren't biting me. And then when I put my hand down again, just to, you know, I just want to make sure that I, you know, reaffirm that that's the truth. You know, sometimes it just may be that they don't know. It could be my pheromones changed. Absolutely. Something pheromonic about me changed. Yeah. Oh, the only attack as perceived threat. Very interesting, Michael. Very, very good synopsis. Absolutely. So I thought that was interesting. So whatever was going on with me, they felt okay. And I put my hand down there again. They were fine. So go figure. And the wasp. Oh, and another thing, I walked past a wasp, couple wasps, because sometimes they fly in the house, and I talk to them and tell them they should leave because I don't want them to die. Because what happens is stay in your house too long, they end up dying. So I always tell them to leave, and they always leave. But yesterday, a wasp came, and no, it wasn't yesterday. It was like 2 days ago. A wasp came in, and it lingered in front of me for a while. It didn't really do anything. It just lingered. So something about me is changing. And I can't tell you what it is because I'm just noticing the insects reacting differently to me. And also this is good for some of you to know who are moving and doing your exodus to the jungle. Maybe there's something to that. Maybe there's something to being more harmonic pheromonically that allows for insects to see us as, like Michael said, less of a threat and something more cohesive. Could be. So, you know, I got good karma with the bugs. I free all bugs, any bug that I see, spiders and everything. And listen, we had a big spider in the house. Woo, listen, we had an arachnid. He was big, he was like this. He is a big guy. And my daughter said, Mommy, there's a spider in the kitchen. I'm scared. He's big. And I thought, you know, sometimes they say like the dust spiders are big because they're tall. Oh no. Oh, she was absolutely correct. And it looked like a wolf spider. So what I did is I saw him. He was actually beautiful. I just put a cup over him. I always do it. And then I brought him outside and put him on the tree because the wolf spiders belong on a tree. So I did that. So it was interesting. Fasting increases love frequency. which is natural frequency. That is, oh, I agree, Michael. Yeah. So the wolf spider survived. He was outside somewhere. He freaked my daughter out though, because they're okay with bugs, but he was a big boy. and he must have had some venom because he wasn't scared of me. Well, maybe there's something, and this is before my fast. Yeah. Yeah, but we have to go to Elsa. Okay, but okay. So, well, that drop, babe. Okay, yeah. So I thought that was interesting. This was before my fast, though, so it wasn't like he was reacting to my fast, but he he definitely wasn't afraid of me. He probably had some venom. Usually, when spiders or snakes don't run from you, it's usually because they know that they have something more powerful than you have. So I just put him under a cup, put a paper underneath him, and put him outside. I was very careful because I figured he wasn't afraid of me. So I need to make sure I am careful of him. That's it. All right, family. So I'm gone. I have a beautiful, blissful, amazing day. Reflect on all those wonderful things in your life. Be grateful of all the things that you do have. Be nice to people. And if those people in your lives are not as appreciative of you, just kindly stay or refrain from really judging it and keep it moving. Remember, how they feel about you has nothing to do with you. It has only to do with them. All right, family, I'm out. Enjoy your 13/13 blissful day. Rock your purple and white. Do what you do. Make love on the sand. Make happiness into children's lives. Bring peace to your elders, and do something beautiful for yourself. And big ups to those joining the water fast. 6 days in, nano